What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Don't Hurt Yourself podcast. I'm your boy, JR. Let's lock in. A lot of shit going on in the world. Quarantine virus still going on. Monkeys stealing babies. Hornets killing people. But you know what? We're going to have fun anyways. We ain't got nothing else better to do. We might as well just enjoy ourselves. So lock in with your boy and let's have a good time. A lot of things on the docket today to get to. I know I want to talk about The Last Dance. That's going to be a big portion of this video. We're going to talk about it, episodes 5 and 6. But before we get there, I'm a diehard Cowboys fan. Diehard since I want to say 5, 6 years old. Lock in with your boy. Look here. Dak versus the Cowboys. Now, the Cowboys, in the last few days, signed Andy Dalton. That's cool. We need a backup. That's all good. But I'm going to tell you right goddamn now. I know what the hell you are doing, Jerry Jones. I know what you're doing, Stephen Jones. Y'all trying to tell that boy, Dak Prescott, who has been a model citizen, has done his job, 2 playoff appearances, division titles. Last year had his career year. And you want this boy to go out there and just sign this tender and break his goddamn leg and let his ass go. And now you got Andy Dalton in the cut, just in case he wants to hold out. I'll tell you right goddamn now, as a diehard Cowboy fan, if Andy Dalton is our starting quarterback week 1, I'll tell you right now, we're going to get our ass whooped. That is not the goal. I don't know what the hell you guys are doing. Pay Dak. Stop bullshitting and pay the man. Pay the man. He deserves it. Give him his damn money. You should have paid him last year before he even got this far. But you didn't. Look here, Dak. Sign that tender, though. Sign that tender. But sign it anyways. That's what they want you to do. But sign it, and that's it. But hold your ass out. After that, don't you sign shit till you get the number you want. Make sure you get that 32 mil. Make sure you get the 32. Because what they want you to do is once you sign that, they'll give you 32. But see, my fear is, at the same time, I might sound like I'm contradicting myself, because I don't want to sign it, but then I do want to sign it because I want to make sure he got a little something. He only got paid $2 million last year, which that was bullshit. Bunch of bullshit. The man's making more than endorsement he is being the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. What kind of shit is that? But it's all good. But look here. Get that tender. Get that 32 mil. But after that, hold your ass out till you get your deal. Till you get your deal. You think Andy Dalton is going to beat out Dak Prescott in training camp? Bullshit. His ass got cut after they got Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. $17 million. They said, get the hell out of here. He got $3 million guaranteed. Excuse me. $3 million guaranteed from the Dallas Cowboys. $7 million if it's in incentives. Like his ass is going to play. Dak Prescott has not missed a game at all since he's been in the league. He is durable. He is proven. He is a leader. And he's the Cowboys quarterback for the future. So cut the shit. Give him the money that he needs. And let's lock and load and move on. Move on. It's going on too long. Because if it gets into after July 15th is the deadline for a deal. Then we're going to be screwed. Because if he holds out, now I understand that's the reason why you got Andy, but you don't want to start Andy. Look here, our offense is too damn good. We got Dak, Zeke, we got Amari on the outside, we got CeeDee Lamb in the draft that fell in our laps. How? I have no idea, but I love it. CeeDee Lamb in the slot, about to be a beautiful motherfucking thing. So we can do anything. We come out the first drive in the first game, we got Amari, Zeke, Gallup on the outside, CeeDee Lamb. We got who the fuck is our goddamn tight end? Jarwin, my bad. We got Jarwin at the starting tight end, which it should have been last year. Because we had old ass Jason Witten, old Cap. Don't get me wrong, I love Cap. But Jason Witten should have been not in the damn game last year. Too many games we lost last year. But that should be the starting offense to start the damn league and start the season. And we go in and go kick ass. Defense step up. Everybody goes up to their potential. Because last year everybody played down. Except for Dak. Dak played great. Did he lose us some games? Maybe so. Did the defense lose some games? Maybe so. Did Zeke lose some games? Maybe so. It was a total team effort. But this year, damn it, we got too much damn talent to fuck up now. That's all I'm going to say. Give Dak his damn money. Give him the 4 years, $125 million, 115 guaranteed, whatever. Call it a day. Let's move on. But hey, it is what it is. Now let's talk about this Last Dance. I got my notes here on the docket. Episode 5 and 6. Let me tell you something. The nostalgia from this damn documentary is incredible. Takes me back to my childhood. Takes me back to some good motherfucking times. When basketball was basketball, motherfuckers getting hit upside the head. You couldn't drive to the basket and just lay it up. People got hit in the mouth. It was good times. Michael Jordan, when I was a kid, was a fucking... How can I put it? I don't want to say a god, but close to it to me. I was a short little motherfucker. I'm still short now. If you could not tell me I was not going to be a 5'6" Michael Jordan. Like Mike commercials was one of the best commercials I've ever seen in my entire life. I tell you right now, he is the GOAT. As much as I love LeBron James, he is the motherfucking GOAT. But episode 5 starts with All-Star Game 1998. The 1998 All-Star Game was incredible. And they start out with talking about Kobe. God rest his soul, rest in peace. And shout out to his family. And shout out to Vanessa. Okay, I know she's still hurting. Keep putting your prayers on her at this time. Because I know she's still going through. But to see Kobe talk about MJ and the impact that he had on him was it beautiful to see. And watching Jordan acknowledge his greatness and them going back and forth. Jordan talking shit to everybody. It's great. Jordan said in this documentary, he said, they're going to make me look bad. Nah, my brother. Nah. It's showing how great you really were. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. That 98 All-Star Game, Kevin Garnett, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and the list goes on. It was just good to see that. Tim Hardaway talking to Jordan, them in the locker room. The nostalgia of it all was just amazing. And I love every moment of it. Every moment of it. Because these kids today have no clue how good we had it. If you're an 80s baby, you know how good we had it. Because we saw Jordan. If you watch sports, you saw Jordan. I remember Jordan. Even when I was like 5, 6, and 7. I remember it all. Let's lock in about this. Nike had to pursue Jordan, and Jordan didn't want them. Now, could you imagine if Jordan really would have signed with Adidas? What would have happened? Could you imagine a Jordan Adidas shoe? Did you see the Kobe's? Did you see Kobe's first shoe? I did because I bought it. Well, I didn't buy it. My parents bought it, but I just had it like that. I had a few Kobe's when he first came out. A few of them. Could you imagine, though, how crazy that probably would have looked with them 3 lines and shit? It would have been a disaster. Thank God for Jordan's mom to tell him, look here, goddammit, take your ass up to Portland, Oregon, and get on that damn flight and go up there and go see what they got to say. Was the best decision of his life. Now look at him now, $2.1 billion later. He better give his mother the best gift on Sunday they could ever give. I'm sure she has a lot of gifts. I'm sure over these years. But what if he did not take that trip? How things would have changed. Okay, the shoe back in the day. Think about this. Air Jordans back in 1984 when they first came out were $65. $65. Now look at it now. Motherfuckers killing over them. They selling them. They buy them for $200. They sell them for $600. Look here. It's amazing. The man's been selling the same shoe since 1984 and nobody cares. They just keep on doing it. What a decision. Because I tell you right now, I've had a lot of Jordans over my lifetime. Lots of them. You won't shoot me over one of them, I'll tell you that. Look here, you can have them. Okay? You can have them. If it means that much to you, you can keep them. And I damn sure ain't going to buy them for $600 if I could get them for $200. Shit, but I remember back in the day when they used to be like $150 plus tax. With tax. But see how times have changed. Let's move on. Let's talk about the back-to-back. They beat the Lakers. Okay, they beat the Lakers in 91, beat the Blazers in 92. He didn't like Clyde Drexler because they compared him to Clyde Drexler to Jordan. And Jordan had to say, look here, goddammit, you're not me. Clyde Drexler is not me. And he had to just show him up. So let me let's go in game one and hit 6 threes on him. Now, Jordan wasn't a three-point shooter at all. He usually hits you with the mid-range, go to the basket, get to the free throw line, put that footwork on you, and kick your ass that way. But in that game, he gave him everything. That game, he said, you know what? Watch me work. Watch me work. And he did it. He did it and kicked their ass. And beat them in 6 games. I want to say 5, 6. Doesn't really fucking matter. They won. Then they go on to 93 and beat Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns. Kevin Johnson. People that they didn't give Kevin Johnson his due. KJ was a beast back in the day. Give KJ his due. KJ was a fucking beast. Along with Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was the main man. But KJ would stir the pot as well. But Charles Barkley gave some great numbers. Charles Barkley averaged 27 points a game in the 97 finals. Jordan averaged 41 just to put that thing on him. And that's how they went in on him. But what those 3 teams. So Jordan beat, from 91 to 93, Magic Johnson, Clyde Drexler, Charles Barkley, and then retired. Unbelievable. But before we go to the retirement, let's talk about the Olympics. Jordan didn't want to go to the Olympics. Jordan, they had to ask him. And he said, all right, well, who all going to be on the team? And he said, I didn't tell Isaiah not to be on the team. Because everybody been talking about Isaiah and Jordan and how they went back and forth and they didn't like each other. Well, sometimes you just don't like nobody. There's always somebody you just don't fucking like. Now, if Jordan said he don't want him on the motherfucking team, he just wasn't on the fucking team. It just is what it is. I'm the biggest star on the planet. You're lucky I'm fucking here. So it is what it is. Don't mind my dog, okay? Shout out to all my dog lovers. He over trying to get to me. He missed me when I'm recording. He don't know what to do with himself. Shout out to all my dog lovers out there. They know how it is. But let's lock back in. Look here. Okay, look here, Isaiah. It is what it is. MJ still hates your ass. It is what it is. Your ass wasn't on the team because his ass didn't really want you there because he wanted to have a good time. That's pretty much what he said. And he wasn't the only one. They had good times over there. Great practices. I wish I had more footage of the practice that they showed. That's what I really want. I wish they had a whole hour of video of those Olympic practices talking shit to each other. They wanted to have a good time, kick ass around the world, bring a gold medal home, and that was it. That's all it was. That's it. Isaiah would have killed the vibe. Everybody got that one friend that killed the vibe. Everybody has that one friend that come in the room like, fuck, here we go again. Shit, we're having a good old time. And all of a sudden they knock at the door at the party like, God damn it. This motherfucker here. And they don't want nobody to be around. They don't want it. We don't want it. You can keep it. Well, what did K-Dot say? Kids somebody, bitch, don't kill my vibe. Isaiah Thomas was a vibe killer. Period. Point blank. Period. Let's move on to the next one on this. Okay, shut up, ho. Let's talk about Tony Kukoc in the Olympics. Let's talk about Tony Kukoc in the Olympics. They shut that motherfucker down, did they not? On purpose. Okay, they drafted him. Jordan didn't know who the fuck he was. Pippen didn't know who he was. Jerry Krause loved the shit out of him. They both hated Jerry Krause. They said, well, that's your golden boy. And you have me and Pippen. And Tony Kukoc is your golden boy. Well, watch us shut down your golden boy. And they shut his ass down. On purpose. Tony Kukoc was like, I don't even know why they did that. They did it on purpose, motherfucker. Okay? They did it. To you. Now, you may have came back and played a little better. You still got your ass whooped. And you lost in the championship game. Now, don't get me wrong. Tony Kukoc was a bad man in the league. And a great sixth man for the Bulls. And started a few games in the finals back in the day. My memory serves me correctly. I think he started a few finals games. If the matchups are right. That's how Phil used to do. But, at that time, sometimes you got to make a point. And when a point needs to be made, and you just got to do it. And that's exactly what they did. got that gold medal, and moved the hell on. And, you know, it is what it is. Tony Kukoc don't have no hard feelings. Hell, he got all them damn rings. Hell, he should be happy to be there, to be honest. Now, let's move on. Now, the Reebok logo after the finals. After the Olympic gold medal game. Reebok had the jerseys. Jordan's with Nike. He said, well, you got a better thing coming. And he covered it up with a USA flag. How clever was that? Very clever, very clever, very clever. Because you got to understand, paying him all this damn money, I ain't putting no damn Reeboks on. Jordan's kids weren't allowed to wear anything other than Jordans in their house growing up. So you think Jordan was going to put let Reebok tell him what to do? Hell no. Now, episode 6, no, before I get to episode 6, they talk about Republicans like to wear shoes too. Or Republicans wear Jordans, buy Jordans too. And that quote right there, people use that against him today. But you got to understand, Jordan had a big ass brand where he could not fuck that shit up. So I think that he chose his brand over politics. Now, you could take that as it may, but if I'm making $100 million over here and you want me to talk about this to fuck my shit up, I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I'll give you a donation. You got me? But politics is just not my lane. I play basketball. Basketball is my lane. And that's just what I do. Now, some will say LeBron James, political, basketball legend, does it all off and on the court, has a school, talks his shit, and does his job. Now, you can do that, but Jordan wasn't about that. Different strokes for different folks. So I'm not going to knock MJ for that because he protected himself. So it is what it is, and I don't make that as a big blemish on his career as a lot of other people do. Maybe because I'm a little younger. Older cats do. People in their like 50s and 60s, they knock him on that. But Jordan wasn't trying to be Martin Luther King. He was not trying to be Muhammad Ali. He was not trying to be that person. He just wanted to play ball, make his money, stack his chips, and do his thing. That was it. He left the politics to the politicians, and that was it. And that was his prerogative. So it is what it is. Back to the next topic on this episode 6. Being on top, okay? That's what I put in my notes. Being on top. Who would have thought that Michael Jordan would say that being him, he had a Like Mike commercial, and he would say, you know what? You don't want to be like Mike. If you being, I would love to be Michael Jordan for a day. He said, try to be like Michael Jordan for a whole year. An entire year. And then talk to me. You wouldn't like it that much. Michael Jordan couldn't go to a movie theater. Michael Jordan could not go out to eat with his family. Michael Jordan couldn't go to the mall. Michael Jordan couldn't go outside and go get his goddamn mail. That's how famous he was. All the cameras on you. That's a lot of fucking pressure. And when you think about it, you got to think about it like this. Being a celebrity and everybody has a camera in your fucking face. Everybody wants fame until you get the fame. You know what I'm saying? You know, some people love it. Some people can handle it. Jordan handled it like a champ. Because you never saw him sweat. My dad used to always tell me when I was a kid, son, never let people see you sweat. So you would have never known until this documentary that if he said if I could do it all over again, would I change it? He said yes. He said if I could do it all over again, I probably would. Because it's too much pressure. And he pretty much said the same thing Charles Barkley said a long time ago. That people got mad at Charles for. I don't want to be a role model. I'm not a role model. I'm a basketball player. And Jordan didn't want to be nobody's role model. He just wanted to be Michael Jeffrey Jordan. He just wanted to be himself. But he got put on such a pedestal that he'll never be put off of. Now, I'm sure he enjoys the benefits of being Michael Jordan. But the normal life that he wished he could have, that he had in North Carolina before the fame, I'm sure he wished that he could trade. But at the same time, you know, it is what it is, you know. You asked for it and you got it. You want to be a star. You want to be a champ. You want to be the best. You were, how should I say, competitive as hell. You punched players in the face. You punched Steve Kerr. You punched Will Perdue. You did whatever you had to do to get to where you wanted to go. And now you're there. So I know some people will say, well, how can you complain when you're on the mountaintop? But, I don't know. I don't know. But I get it. I get it. I'm sure it got too much for him at times. That's why he said he retired in 93. And that transitions me into the gambling thing. To the conspiracy that did David Stern kick his ass out to leave for gambling. Now I want to ask y'all this. If LeBron James, after being down 2-0, went to Atlantic City, I'm going to say this again. If LeBron James went down to Atlantic City after being down 2-0 in the Eastern Conference Finals and got caught gambling in the social media era, how many people would have fucking killed his ass? Made him feel like the worst person in the world. Jordan's very lucky that his career was in the non-social media era where, yes, there was a book written on him, and we'll get to that in a minute. But he's very lucky that he was protected by a lot of media members. Yes, he had one person that outed his ass, but these days, the way Twitter works, Instagram, Facebook, everybody with an opinion, he would have got his ass roasted. And everybody been so upset talking about this, and that. But he came back and won the series 4-2 and won the championship. Did he have a fucking gambling problem? Let's call a spade a spade. Michael Jordan had a fucking gambling problem. Okay? Anytime you're writing over $50,000 checks to a hustler, to a person who is a criminal, somebody who does this shit for a living, I think you're a problem. And then another man writes a book about you that you over $1 million playing golf. You got an issue. All right? You have a problem. And I think the problem is deeper than people want to delve into because he's Jordan. And I'm sure there's more. David Stern still says that's not the reason why he retired. Nobody told him to retire. He did it on his own. And that's one of the biggest NBA conspiracies in my mind. And I don't care what nobody says. I do think that David Stern told Michael Jordan, take a break. Take a break. You won 3 championships. You're the biggest star in the world. You have this gambling issue. Your dad got murdered. And take a little break. And then if you feel like coming back, come on back. But what Jordan says about baseball, I'm sure we'll learn more about that in the next episode in 7 and 8. Jordan liked the road. Jordan liked the hustle. He loved the come up. Because, that is his dad's dream of his. But I'm sure we're getting that in 7 and 8. But it's fascinating that happened, and he got away with it. Now, the Jordan rules, he feel like Horace Grant talked shit about him and told all the beans. I'm sure it was more than just Horace Grant. You can't go around punching people in practice, talking shit to somebody all day long, every goddamn day, every game, and nobody talks. I would give some names where I think that said some shit in that book about Jordan by Sam Smith. I hope I'm getting the name correct. By Sam Smith. I think Scotty said some shit. Horace, Phil, Jerry Krause for sure, and the owner. That's my theory. That is my fucking theory. But I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite things about this whole documentary, and now I'm about to close it up right now. The Bulls-Knicks rivalry was awesome. I can't believe how my vivid memory about this as a child, with Jordan going against John Starks, going against Patrick Ewing, Mark Jackson. That shit was incredible. When they showed the block, how the hell that boy didn't put it in the basket, I have no idea to this day. I'm sure Knicks fans hate that highlight. Hate it. But the way John Starks used to get into Jordan's skin was incredible sometimes. But Jordan would always come back. Starks would come back. Ewing, Pippen, Jordan's dunk on Ewing. Classic shit. These kids today don't understand the basketball we used to have in the 90s. How competitive, how strong everybody was. Everybody had that will that they wanted to win so fucking bad that they would do anything. Anything. And I can't wait till they go even deeper when, because they say in the next documentary, Patrick Ewing's going to talk a little more. Reggie Miller's going to talk about the Pacers Bulls rivalry. If you get a chance, go watch Game 7, Bulls Pacers, 1998. That's the last dance. That was their biggest game. It was not the Jazz. Yes, they beat the Jazz in the finals. But that game right there almost made the Bulls shit their pants. They were down late in that game, and the Pacers did not close. That game, I want to say, how old was I? I was born in 1986. I was 12 years old. I know you're going to say, how the fuck do you remember? I fucking remember. I'm a sports fanatic. I remember that game. And I've never been so nervous in a game like, these motherfuckers about to lose. It was that fucking close that Reggie Miller almost pulled it off. Reggie Miller, Rick Smits, Dale Davis, Mark Jackson, Jalen Rose, Travis fucking Best of all people. Almost beat them. They almost beat the great Bulls with Jordan, Pippen, Rodman, Ron Harper, Steve Kerr, and the list goes on. But I'm enjoying this shit. I hope you are too. The Last Dance comes back on Sunday. I'm going to try to post every Wednesday of this podcast. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I know my voice is a little raspy. You know what I'm saying? These kids got me going crazy yelling every 5 minutes. They in the house. They ain't got no damn school. Shit. There's coronavirus. Got everybody losing their mind. Hope this shit goes away very soon. Hope you and your family is safe and sound. Everybody do what you gotta do. Put a mask on. Keep your social distancing. And everybody just stay safe. God bless you.